All right, so this is about a week or two with the PointGuard energy system. These are a few things I've learned. Take it with a pinch of salt because this is about to change. It should change any minute. We're due for an update to version 3 of the app. So hopefully the things that I'm talking about here are upgraded or changed or improved in the app. But right now I'm DC fast charging from here to the Rivian. I don't really need to right now, but I've been testing it and trying to figure it out. I cannot get above 20 kilowatts for my charge speed. I'm sure that's a setting, but as much as I love the system, PointGuard has been really difficult to get a hold of. Customer service is generally good when you get somebody, but unless you're gonna make the phone call. Okay, quick edit here. I'm sitting at the beach with my kids playing, and I've got my Kamek awning out. But what I wanted to say was you have to make a call, and I had to leave a voicemail even though I called within business hours several times over an entire morning. And then I got a call back several hours later after I left the voicemail. So it's not easy to get a hold of anybody. If you open like a service ticket for troubleshooting and ask for help, sometimes they'll get back to you within a couple days. But right now I have 2 tickets open for the same problem because it's been a week since I opened the last ticket and they haven't gotten back to me concerning why I can't reach 25 kilowatts for my charging speed. So I opened a new ticket today, hopefully to try and bump that up, hey guys, how do I get 25 kilowatts charging speed? So I'm at 50% in the Rivian right now. I did manually select to precondition the battery on the way here. We were just in town, about a 20-minute drive back in to home, and it was preconditioning that whole time. So it's a hot day today. The battery said it was at 95 degrees. And I'm pulling 20 kilowatts. That's the max I can reach. I did discover, no thanks to anybody that helped me, unfortunately. Again, I'm not bashing it. I don't regret getting the system. Take this with a pinch of salt. I'm an early customer on an old version of the app. The new one's rolling out. So by the time you're watching this video, hopefully the new version of the app's come out and these issues are solved. But the app is not super intuitive right now. I'm on version 2.2. I think it's 2.2.2.1. It can be a challenge. The AI isn't very good. You ask it, how do I obtain peak charging? And it says, read the manual. And I say, where's the manual? And it says, there is no manual. So if you go to their website right now, there's not a manual with instructions on how to use the DC charger. One ticket referred me to, the first time I asked this question, referred me to a Facebook video that doesn't say anything about how to use the charger or what settings to use in the app. So that's a really big letdown right now as far as PointGuard's system. The app is generally very useful. It's a good system, it's a good product, but it definitely needs some refinement, and I'm hoping that comes in the next version of the app. But I just wanted to be open and honest about what the experience has been so far. Very slow customer service, but good when you finally get someone. The other frustration about this is I'm still using my Rivian charger to schedule charging if I need to overnight. So if a vehicle is here for long enough, I just trickle charge it off of the solar at anywhere from 4 to 9 kilowatts, depending on how much my solar is producing and how much the house is using. And that's great. I add in the Rivian, typically I add about 20% a day, so I stay right between 50 and 70% generally. And then because it's an LFP battery, I want to charge it up at least once a week to 100%, which means I have to schedule it with that charger because this charger doesn't have scheduling, and you cannot schedule it with the vehicle either from the Rivian or the Mach-E because it doesn't do scheduling for DC fast charging, and it thinks, oh, I'm plugged into a DC fast charger. Even if you're not using a higher rate of speed. So if you're using a low rate of speed, like 11 kilowatts, which is as much as that one will do, and that's still good for a home charger. But if you're charging at a lower rate of speed like that, instead of using battery boost or extra solar, and I'm charging to 100% on the Rivian overnight in my time of use hours between midnight and 6, I can't schedule it. So I can't use this charger at nighttime right now. Basically, I can only use it during the day or when I'm intentionally trying to use battery boost. Otherwise, I have to plug in the AC charger, home charger from Rivian to the PAAK or the Rivian, and use my scheduling from the vehicles that way. Because again, as soon as you plug both the PAAK or the Rivian into this charger, it just sees the DC fast charger, and it doesn't allow scheduling to override that. It just rips right from the get-go. So if I plug it in, and I have made this mistake once, I plugged it in during peak hours and it just started ripping, and it was pulling right from my battery. So that's the only time my battery's actually been depleted, or it reached the 10% cutoff, state of charge cutoff that I have set for it right now. That's the only time, and then it started pulling from the grid again, and I didn't realize for a couple hours. So yeah, there's a learning curve to this stuff, and there always is for technologically advanced things. So I love the system. I'm learning about the system. This version of the app has some flaws, and I'm hoping that the next version of the app allows scheduling for fast charging. That would be really good. That'd be an improvement. And I'm hoping that it's a little bit more intuitive and easier to use and understand, because I've gone through, I've called a couple people on the phone, I've had some emails, and I've sent about 5 or 6 tickets now, asking for help. And really all it is it's a me issue. I don't know all the settings that are conflicting with each other. It's not super obvious how to set the app up to achieve what you're trying to do. So generally, I just leave it in self-consumption, because it doesn't have, I'm on EVTOU 5 with SDG&E, community power, I think. But that's an SDG&E program, however you want to call it. But it doesn't know that time of use, and it's a little complicated to enter it in. So I'm hoping the next version of the app has all that kind of stuff in, lets me, scan a bill or something so that it can read and automatically input my stuff. I'm hoping there's a manual, and I'm hoping that the AI gets a little bit smarter and maybe can control the app for you, because right now my expectation with AI would be that it's smart, and I can say, please set this to do what I'm trying to do, and it would adjust the settings as needed to do that. And it doesn't. It just says refer to a manual, or it may be because this, or it may be because that. It doesn't tell you these are the settings that you need in order to achieve 25 kilowatt charge speeds. So I'll continue playing with this, but I just wanted to give you guys an update on the PointGuard home energy system. I am happy with it. It runs the house really well. Even if I'm running the AC overnight, we've had some real hot weather, 100 plus degree days where I am the last week. And even if I'm running the AC, generally the battery is gonna, keep us powered all through the night, which is really impressive. But my main goal is that it'll get us through to midnight, when my time of use hours are midnight to 6, and then I can pull off of the grid instead of depleting the battery. So I have that 10% state of charge cutoff right now set, so that in the event of a power outage, so some drunk guy crashes into a pole down there or something and takes out the power to the neighborhood, I've still got 10% battery so that my house doesn't actually die. When I can plug the cars in and leave them that way with the bidirectional charger, that should solve that issue. And I can just leave the car plugged in all night, and it will feed, once this battery's dead, it will feed off my car. And even if a drunk guy takes out a pole, it's still gonna feed off the Rivian. So that's my very long-winded review or initial sort of take on the PointGuard energy system. again, I think it's an amazing system, and this is a very early version of the app. I'm a very early customer to get this. I know I'm really lucky to have been able to get that so fast. So thank you, Jamar Power Systems in St. T. The link is down below if you want to hook those guys up with your business. They're a really great veteran-owned business. Phil, the owner, is a really great guy. So thank you, Phil, and thank you to the team that came out to install this. If anybody has any other questions, please feel free. It's fun reading you guys' comments, and some of you guys, you know, you're gonna be smarter than I am with these systems. I know a few of you have already ordered them and have questions about specific aspects or give me hints on how to achieve different things. So that's great, I really appreciate that. Otherwise, hopefully the next video is the updated app and a demonstration of the bidirectional charger. I don't know for sure that that's gonna work with the Rivian until Rivian allows it, which they've said they would do in 2026. So it may not allow bidirectional charging immediately. So, and as far as the Mach-E, Ford has said they're never going to allow it, but I don't know how these work yet. Nobody really does. So we're just waiting for that app to update so we can mess around with bidirectional charging. That's the big goal and the whole point of this system. I really love it. And again, it's going to get better. I do believe that. And when you get somebody, they're very helpful, but they're a little slow to respond right now. So hopefully that kind of picks up as the team grows in the US. I hope everyone's having a great summer, and I'll talk to you soon.